1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
The world has lost a true American hero, Jim Lovell, the legendary Apollo 13 commander whose bravery and quick thinking turned near disaster into one of NASA's greatest triumphs, has died at the age of 96. His story has been told in books, documentaries, and even Hollywood films, inspiring millions across generations. Tonight, we look back at his remarkable life, his unforgettable mission, and the way he became both a space pioneer and a pop culture icon. This is the story of Captain James Lovell. Born in Cleveland, Ohio, in 1928, James Lovell grew up fascinated by flight and the night sky. His childhood coincided with a golden age of aviation, and he often built model airplanes, dreaming of one day soaring beyond Earth's limits. After high school, Lovell entered the U.S. Naval Academy, where his leadership and precision caught the attention of top military officials. He went on to become a Navy test pilot, pushing aircraft to their limits. Little did he know, this passion for speed and precision would lead him into the elite world of NASA's Astronaut Corps, and eventually make him a household name. Lovell's career took a pivotal turn in 1962 when he was selected as part of NASA's second group of astronauts, known as the New Nine. This was the group that would go beyond the early Mercury missions and aim for the moon. Lovell quickly became a standout, praised for his calm demeanor and ability to solve problems under pressure. He flew aboard Gemini 7 in 1965, spending 2 weeks in space, a record at the time. This mission tested human endurance in microgravity and set the stage for the more ambitious Apollo program, cementing Lovell's reputation as a dependable space veteran. The world has lost a true American hero, Jim Lovell, the legendary Apollo 13 commander whose bravery and quick thinking turned near disaster into one of NASA's greatest triumphs, has died at the age of 96. His story has been told in books, documentaries, and even Hollywood films, inspiring millions across generations. Tonight, we look back at his remarkable life, his unforgettable mission, and the way he became both a space pioneer and a pop culture icon. This is the story of Captain James Lovell. On April 11, 1970, Lovell launched as commander of Apollo 13, the third planned lunar landing. Alongside Jack Swigert and Fred Hayes, he embarked on what seemed like a routine mission. 2 days in, disaster struck. An oxygen tank exploded, crippling the spacecraft. The mission shifted instantly from exploration to survival. Lovell's calm voice crackled over the radio with words that became immortal. "Houston, we've had a problem." His ability to lead under extreme pressure turned what could have been a tragedy into a story of resilience, keen work, and ingenuity that captivated the entire world. With the lunar landing canceled, Apollo 13's crew faced freezing temperatures, dwindling power, and dangerously high carbon dioxide levels. Lovell coordinated closely with Mission Control, executing an unprecedented plan, using the lunar module as a lifeboat and improvising repairs with limited resources. Millions around the globe watched anxiously, united by hope and fear. The crew's safe return on April 17th was celebrated as NASA's finest hour. For Lovell, it was proof that leadership isn't about avoiding crises. It's about meeting them head-on, staying calm, and inspiring those around you to push through the impossible. The film's success reignited public interest in space exploration. Lovell himself made a cameo appearance and consulted closely with the filmmakers, ensuring the details were true to the mission. He praised Tom Hanks for capturing not just his voice, but his mindset during the crisis. Apollo 13 won 2 Oscars and earned 9 nominations, solidifying the story as one of the most compelling in cinema history. For Lovell, it was surreal to watch his life portrayed on screen. Yet it also served as a reminder of the teamwork and ingenuity that saved his crew from almost certain disaster. Beyond his space missions, Lovell's post-NASA life was filled with achievements. He served as an executive in the private sector, lending his expertise in leadership and logistics to major corporations. He also co-authored the book Lost Moon with Jeffrey Kluger, which provided an insider's account of Apollo 13 and later became the basis for the film. Lovell frequently spoke at universities, military academies, and corporate events. emphasizing the value of preparation, adaptability, and teamwork. His words carried weight because they came from lived experience, from someone who had faced the ultimate test in the cold vacuum of space. Lovell's impact extended to inspiring the next generation of scientists and astronauts. He championed STEM education, encouraging young people to dream big and pursue careers in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Many astronauts in later NASA programs have credited Lovell's story as a key influence in their decision to join the space program. His humility and willingness to share both his successes and failures made him approachable, even as his accomplishments placed him among the most celebrated figures in aerospace history. To Lovell, inspiring future explorers was as important as exploring himself. Even in retirement, Lovell remained connected to the space community. He attended NASA anniversaries, participated in Apollo reunions, and stayed in touch with his fellow astronauts. His public appearances often drew large crowds eager to hear firsthand accounts of humanity's boldest adventures. Whether speaking about the wonder of seeing Earth from space or the tense moments inside Apollo 13, Lovell had a gift for storytelling. His reflections often included humor, humility, and a deep respect for the thousands of people who made each mission possible, reminding audiences that spaceflight is a collective human effort. Lovell's personal life was as grounded as his professional life was extraordinary. He married his high school sweetheart, Marilyn, in 1952, and their relationship endured the long absences and dangers of an astronaut's career. The couple raised 4 children, balancing family life with the public demands of fame. Marilyn became a quiet pillar of support, especially during the tense days of Apollo 13. Lovell often credited her strength and patience as key to his own success. Their marriage stood as a rare example of lasting love in the high-pressure world of fame and exploration. Over the decades, Lovell received numerous honors, including the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the Congressional Space Medal of Honor, and induction into the Astronaut Hall of Fame. Schools, streets, and even naval vessels have been named after him. Yet he often downplayed these accolades, focusing instead on the teamwork that made his achievements possible. He saw himself not as a lone hero, but as one part of a vast network of engineers, scientists, and flight controllers. This humility made him all the more respected both within NASA and among the general public. When news broke of Lovell's passing at age 96, tributes poured in from around the world. NASA praised him as a commander whose leadership saved a crew and inspired a planet. Former astronauts shared stories of his mentorship, while fans posted clips from Apollo 13 as a way to honor him. Even political leaders recognized his contributions, calling him a symbol of American courage and ingenuity. Social media lit up with the famous "Houston, we've had a problem" moment, a line that has become shorthand for turning setbacks into triumphs. For many, Lovell's death feels like the closing of a chapter in the golden age of space exploration. He belonged to a generation of astronauts who risked everything at a time when space travel was uncharted and dangerous. His life story is not just about reaching the moon, it's about facing adversity with grace, intelligence, and unshakable calm. Whether battling technical failures in the vast silence of space or speaking to students in a crowded auditorium, Lovell embodied the belief that challenges are opportunities in disguise. In reflecting on Lovell's life, one cannot overlook his role as a bridge between science and popular culture. His missions inspired novels, films, and countless documentaries, making space exploration relatable to millions who might never see a rocket up close. By sharing his experiences so openly, Lovell brought the public along for the journey, allowing them to feel the fear, tension, and relief of each mission. This connection between astronaut and audience is rare, and it's part of why his legacy will endure for generations to come. Lovell's story also reminds us that space exploration is about more than technology. It's about human resilience. When things went wrong on Apollo 13, it wasn't a machine that saved the crew. It was human ingenuity, creativity, and the will to survive. Lovell's calm leadership in those moments has been studied in business schools, military academies, and crisis management programs worldwide. His example proves that leadership isn't about titles or rank. It's about earning trust, making tough decisions, and guiding people through uncertainty. As we say goodbye to Jim Lovell, it's worth remembering that his greatest journey may not have been in space, but here on Earth. inspiring countless individuals to dream bigger and work harder. The lessons of Apollo 13 are as relevant today as they were in 1970. Preparation matters, teamwork saves lives, and hope can carry us through the darkest moments. Whether you're an engineer, a teacher, or just someone facing a tough challenge, Lovell's example offers a roadmap for perseverance and success. The next time you look up at the moon, remember that Jim Lovell came within a breath of walking on its surface, and when fate had other plans, he turned a potential tragedy into one of history's most celebrated rescues. His voice, steady and confident even in crisis, still echoes in the collective memory of a grateful nation. In an age of fleeting fame, Lovell's story remains a testament to character, courage, and the quiet heroism that changes the course of history. The next time you look up at the moon, remember that Jim Lovell came within a breath of walking on its surface, and when fate had other plans, he turned a potential tragedy into one of history's most celebrated rescues. His voice, steady and confident even in crisis, still echoes in the collective memory of a grateful nation. In an age of fleeting fame, Lovell's story remains a testament to character, courage, and the quiet heroism that changes the course of history.